Dude, that's how I'd react if I was with Connor McDavid. I'd probably score, I think I could pull off 5-6 goals. McDavid picks. This is not what we're calling it. We're still calling it hatpick. All right, I'm trying. Hello, friends. Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another edition of Steve's Hat Picks, where we take a look at the best from around the NHL. And why not start with the best player? We have a pair of goofy Connor McDavid plays, both from the same game somehow, against the Ottawa Senators. We'll start with Connor McDavid doing trigonometry, or whatever math has to do with angles I didn't do very well at in high school.
After a 5-game goal streak, they'll leave it for Kulak. His shot kicked aside by Forsberg. Rebounded in front. Hyman had a swing at it. Sets up Draisaitl, and he fed it one wide. Then backed in by McDavid. Off of Forsberg. The Senators will run ragged, and McDavid forces it off Forsberg and in for his 42nd of the year.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, Jack, as Jay Woodcroft likes to do, gets McDavid out there in a double shift situation. Back out there with Draisaitl to get his top players going early on and try and pounce on the Ottawa Senators. They understand they've been off for a long time. The All-Star break, it's their first game back in an afternoon situation, and Connor McDavid finds this puck and banks it off. Forsberg to take a 1-0 lead early in this game.
I think it's trigonometry. I don't know. I will often point out in these videos when Connor McDavid pulls something ridiculous off a goal, whatever it is, his teammates look so giddy to be a teammate of Connor McDavid. But on this particular play, Connor McDavid looks impressed with himself. When McDavid is impressed with himself, that's how you know it's a good one. That's a hat pick. Now, this next hat pick is an example of what I was talking about a minute ago. Come for the Connor McDavid ridiculous pass, stay for the Ryan McLeod reaction.
Greg tripped over the top of the circle, and McLeod will turn and fire it down the middle, and that could have been a breakaway as McDavid knocked it down, and he's working over, took it from Jamont, spins, waits, still waiting, gets it, one-timer to score! What an unbelievable feed from McDavid, and McLeod the finish! Spectacular! 3-1 Edmonton!
But when he wants a puck back, he's one of the best in the league at taking it off of an opponent. And right there, a little cross-check, a little separation, pickpocket, and then the eyes in the back of his head on a beautiful little spin backhand pass to Ryan McLeod, who gets up on the play, presents the target. Both guys go to McDavid, and McLeod's left all alone, and he taps it home on a nice one-timer on the right side to extend the lead to 2.
I mean, come on!
You see what I mean? That was cool, Connor. I love his face. How did I get so lucky? I wish that was mic'd up. I'm just imagining Connor McDavid. That was a great goal, Ryan. Ryan McLeod's like, sure. Dude, that's how I'd react if I was with Connor McDavid. I'd probably score, I think I could pull off 5-6 goals. Stand in front, let him bank one off me. The hardest thing I would have trouble with is like staying on side and standing up. But dude, that's ridiculous, and that's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, I am reminded of the Lonely Island song, Cool Guys Don't Look at Their Own Assists.
On Engvall's 11th. Puck gets away from Tavares. Following up is Marner. Tavares with his second on a pretty feed from Marner. And just like that, it's 3-0 Toronto.
It's just incredible in the offensive zone. You can see how the captain, Tavares, is carrying this puck. Marner's going to come up in the following role right there. Gets it on his skate. Behind the back pass to Tavares, and he's just got to whip it past Jonas Korpisalo. And he goes over immediately to say, that just happened. It looked like Bunting actually got a piece of that too. That's your Nissan move of the game.
That's not the name of the song. This goal is complete chaos. John Tavares is barely able to stay on side. Mitch Marner collects it in his feet, skates up a little bit, and then decides, I'm just gonna yeet it backwards because I know where all my friends are. And he's somehow right. Tavares snipes it in, but he's just looking at Mitch like, you're a sorcerer. And he might just be right. That, my friends, is a hat pick. For our next hat pick, apparently the theme of the week is 6 setups. Eetu Luostarinen, this is ridiculous. Watch this while he's falling down.
Harrington will flip it right back in. The dangerous Meyer after it. Ekblad knocked it out of the air and clears. Reinhart trying to get there. Carlson lost it to Lundell. Sent in front. Luostarinen deflected. Score! Sam Reinhart, second of the night. And the first lead of the night for the Panthers.
And then a centering pass. Look at Luostarinen. He's fallen down, slips it out in front of the net. That's a set play. Reinhart knew exactly what he wanted to do with the centering pass. just get it off the heel of his stick, and it went right through between the legs.
Okay, that's two-pronged. Like, it's one thing to just desperation while you're falling down, throw the puck vaguely towards the net. That's where it's supposed to go. But this thing goes tape to Sam Reinhart, who perfectly deflects it in. Yes, sir. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, you know, the Rangers were really starting to grow on me in terms of the Stanley Cup picture. Like, even before they got Vladimir Tarasenko, who scored on his first shot as a Ranger, by the way. But this play from the Rangers, this play right here, this is the sort of thing they're capable of. They are must watch, and they are a problem.
Steps into Chris Kreider. Puck kept in. Long shot by Garland. Stopped by Shesterkin. Here's an indirect pass. And Trocheck is in. Passes in front. Tipped in. Kreider off the rush as Trocheck faked the shot and set it up for a tap-in. And Chris Kreider opens the scoring for New York.
You see the frustration on Rick Tocchet. They wait. 2-on-1. Here's the shot by Connor Garland, and you can see nobody reacts after the shot by Garland. It's a clean 2-on-1. And Trocheck just slides it across, and it's an empty netter, and you can see.
Oh, show that one to your uncle. No, forget the goal. Let's focus on the secondary assist. Just a nice bank pass off the boards. For real, though, that's an unbelievable play. Started off by Keandre Miller and finished by Chris Kreider. The Rangers look legit. That is a hat pick. For our next hat pick, let's talk a little bit about Ryan O'Reilly. The St. Louis Blues appear to be offloading some of their players. They've already gotten rid of Vladimir Tarasenko and Nico Mikkola. And Ryan O'Reilly is a name that has only sort of been out there. And the reason it's only sort of been out there is he's been injured. So you have to ask the question, does he still have it? I don't know. You tell me.
And the puck played back to center ice. And Pavel Francouz with it for St. Louis. He gets it back from O'Reilly. Now to O'Reilly again in the clear for the winner. He scores! O'Reilly wins it for the Blues!
On the other side, great pass by Buchnevich. There's the play, and there, right beyond the right skate blade of the stretching goaltender. And look at the reaction from the Blues.
Yeah, no, I think he's fine. It's not just that Ryan O'Reilly is healthy. It's not just that Ryan O'Reilly can still score goals like that. It's that Ryan O'Reilly can score goals like that with that actual bent-up piece of kindling that he calls a hockey stick. I will bring it up every time he does something. The blade, his toe is like this. But it's allowed, I guess. And that goal is a hat pick. Speaking of guys who still got it, Corey Perry was like done in the league, like basically a few years ago. Now he's been to 3 consecutive Stanley Cup finals. And with goals like this, it might just be 4.
With a half minute to go on the power play. We're under 5 minutes to go in the period. Killorn, Cirelli, down low, all alone. Perry scores! Took it to the backhand, and Georgiev breaks into the zone with speed, so they get set up. And Perry's got all kinds of room in front of the net. It's 6'3". Perry has this long wingspan. So he looks like he's going to the forehand, and when he drags it back to his backhand, the puck goes underneath the stick.
Woo! And it was against Colorado, too. You know that felt great. That's a hat pick. This next hat pick is a culmination. The Calgary Flames, they are desperately fighting for a playoff spot in the West. They are playing the Ottawa Senators. Okay, they're not doing so good in the standings. We should be able to pick up 2 points. But you can't go into the game thinking that way. You gotta play the game. And oh look, there's like 2 minutes left and the Flames are up 3-1. That should mean that they're gonna get 2 points.
Sogard's gone to the bench for the extra attacker. 6 skaters for Ottawa. Puck in the slot. Comes free. Markstrom save. They score with a rebound. Checked in by Batherson.
Okay, the Sens got 1. They got 1, but you had the insurance marker. Surely you'll be able to defend this lead.
Sees it on the flank, gets it back from Stutzla. Shabbat. Stutzla shoots, and it's deflected wide. Bounces all the way around. Brandstrom puts it towards the corner. Tipped ahead, not out. Brandstrom able to cut it off. Fed back to the slot. Stutzla passing sharp, and he scores! DeBrincat goes top shelf from a sharp angle, and it's 3-3.
Dude, the Sens tie this thing despite being down 2 goals with like 2 minutes to play, and they have an embarrassment of time left over. Okay, Calgary, you don't have an opportunity to be picky about this. Just get the 2 points, however they come.
Brinkman retreats. Pressured by Peltier. Feeds it ahead. Worked in now. Stützle scores!
Or just blow the thing entirely and lose in overtime. The season has maybe not gone quite as Ottawa anticipated. Lots of injuries, but they love to play spoiler, and they do in this game. That's a hat pick. For our final 2 hat picks, we got a pair of saves. This one from Sergei Bobrovsky is wild.
Boldy gives it to Gaudreau. 22 seconds left in the extra session. Boldy hits the Florida line, cuts through the middle. Boldy wanted the wraparound, cut off by Tkachuk, out to Spurgeon, and a glove save by Bobrovsky.
Because Bobrovsky's so good, down low, oh, nice little nifty pass there. Backhand saucer that finds Jared Spurgeon, and he gets everything on that. And that one stuck right underneath his glove between his breezers and his elbow.
Woo! Man, Sergei Bobrovsky can't make up his mind. He is a game in and game out goalie. You look at his numbers sometimes and you're like, oh, he's cooked. You look at it another day, you're like, oh, he should win the Vezina trophy. And it's on a game-to-game, shift-to-shift basis. But to make a save like this with 14 seconds to go in overtime, yeah, he still got it. That's a hat pick. And our final hat pick, no goal! And then goal, and then no goal.
That's blocked by Jake Gensel. Leads to a rush for the Penguins. Looking for a 2-on-1. Crosby leads the charge. Crosby hanging on the feed. Francouz, and he kept it out. No goal.
Out on the first chance there with his left pad. Where's the puck? It is. Oh, it's, wow. I don't know. I don't think it's all the way over. I'd have to look at it again. We need an over. That to me right there, it doesn't look like.
The ice is a goal. It's under review.
They're calling it a goal on the ice, guys. They're calling it a goal on the ice.
After video review, the puck does not cross the line. We have no goal.
Well, we showed it to you, and we zoomed in.
This one is wildly impressive and confusing. Pavel Francouz makes a huge save, emphasized by the official behind the net going, no goal. Can we show him saying that? Look at it, here you no goal. That's the no goal sign. But then they review it, and at the beginning of the review, they say the call on the ice is a goal, which, are you sure? But after video review, look how close this thing is to crossing the line.
Oh, it's, wow. I don't know. I don't think it's all the way over. I'd have to look at it again.
Woo! Just that little dustpan with the blocker. Just Pavel Francouz. That's Stanley Cup champion Pavel Francouz. That's a hat pick. For now, that is it for this week's edition of Steve's Hat Picks. Thank you very much for watching. How did we do? Leave a comment in the comment box down below. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. No goal. Goal. Okay, no goal.